Nekoč je bila vrhunska kuharica. Delala je v prestižnih restauracijah z Michelinovimi zvezdicami v San Franciscu in New Yorku. Danes pa Jade van den Baren z možem in 2 otrokoma živi v Ljubljani in se ukvarja s celostnimi prenovami nepremičnin. Ogledali smo si počitniško hišo, ki jo je preuredila za svojega prijatelja, naročnika iz Rusije. V tej počitniški hiši v Ukancu, tik ob Bohinjskem jezeru, je nekoč poletja preživljal naš nekdanji predsednik Janez Drnovšek in kar nekaj strani njegovih knjig je bilo napisanih prav v tej hišici. Danes je v lasti gospoda iz Rusije, zaljubljenca v Slovenijo, ki bi rad tukaj preživel jesen svojega življenja. In prenovo je zaupal zelo zanimivi sogovornici. Hi, Jade.
Hi.
So we're in the house with a rich and really interesting history. But what was the main idea with the renovation?
The main idea, well, my client bought it at an auction, and he actually never visited the house before. So from the outside, it's very impressive and it's big. But when we got on the inside, it was very closed up. There were 2 small studio apartments at the ground level. And then this level was just kind of a small, low-ceiling cabin-like dark wood paneling. So the objective of the project was to make the house feel, you know, quite grand and create space and light in what was a very kind of dark, these consolidated areas.
Tell us about the owner. Who is he?
Mr. Konstantin, he's a client of mine that I've been working with for about 5 years now. He invests a lot in Slovenia and into more mountain cottages, anything by basically the mountains and the river he's interested in. So we do a lot of renovations in these very rural, challenging places. And this place he found at auction for himself. So he just loves the mountains and exercising and fishing, and so it's a perfect spot for him.
And he's Russian, right?
Yes, he is.
Sedanji lastnik je hišo kupil na spletni dražbi. Všeč sta mu bili zunanjost in okolica, medtem ko notranjosti hiše pred nakupom ni videl. Ko sta se z arhitektko prvič odpravila na ogled, pa je bil kar precej razočaran, saj si je predstavljal, da bo hiša bolj prostorna. Ker je z arhitektko že prej sodeloval in mu je njen slog opremljanja blizu, glede interjerja ni imel kakšnih posebnih zahtev. Želel si je le, da bo hiša na koncu izgledala večja in predvsem svetlejša. So what would you say were the biggest challenges for you in this house?
That's a great question, because I did have quite a few. I would say in the kitchen area, we have the eaves all in the house, which are the side panels. And when you're designing the kitchen, you need a certain space for the refrigerator. And though but I wanted to design it that it really kind of stuck out, because it was literally the only place, that you could have the fridge and as well as the oven. So when you design with the eaves, it's always super challenging to kind of get those bigger pieces in and to work them into the space. And then I would say on this side, in the living room, one of the challenges was I put in the fireplace, but again, because of the eave and the way it is, it had to be tucked in the corner there. And it just kind of got lost, and it just wasn't sitting with me. And so then I decided to clad it in the stone and just give it more presence and volume to the space. So I think it's worked out quite well now. And in addition to that, in the living room, when you have these eaves, you need a place to put a television because there's no walls to use. So what we did there is I built out a wall for the TV, and then in that dead space behind there, because there's a structural beam there that has to stay, we created the bar area. Downstairs in the master bedroom, I wanted to create Konstantin this kind of area of space and light, as well as being able to have these really nice vistas of a fireplace and of the river. And then in addition to that, I think with both the bathrooms, I wanted them to feel part of the space, part of also the bedroom, bathroom, because the spaces were so small. I needed to use that bathroom space and somehow incorporate it into the bedroom to give the sense of volume and space. So I did these glass mirrors, these glass windows in the bathrooms to, so when you're in there, you can still feel in the room and outside.
Oh, so that's on purpose.
Yeah, so those are on purpose.
You can see the person that is taking a shower.
Well, Konstantin has some girlfriends, so I'm sure he would appreciate a viewing platform.
All right, so that's the reason.
I care about my clients' needs, what can I say?
Ob hiši teče potok Savica in ker je ob vodi poleti najprijetneje sedeti, je tam pokrit žar in prostor za piknik. Na drugi strani vrta, ob dovozu na parcelo, so zgradili še dva manjša servisna objekta. V enem je savna z lepo leseno teraso, v drugem pa prostor za orodja, stroje in številno športno opremo. Hiša je zaradi visokih smrek, ki jo obdajajo, nekoliko skrita pred pogledi. Pravzaprav je bila pred nekaj leti še bolj, vendar je tik ob zaključku del prav v tem koncu Bohinja divjala huda nevihta, ki je za seboj pustila množico podrtih dreves. V poklon številnim drevesom, ki so v tej nevihti padla, je Jade na stopnišču obesila printe drevesnih debel.
And for a conclusion, tell us please, how did top chef, I'm talking about you, ended up in a real estate business and in interior design, architecture?
Well, I mean, it started a long time ago, I would say, with my own upbringing and my parents. My father had a Fortune 500 company, so he worked for, and we would travel all over the world. And it really, I'm quite used to moving a lot. And then when we moved, we would sell it and, move on. And so that is like the start of where I got interested in property, and we've always been interested in property. And even when I went to culinary school after uni, and then I did the restaurant scene for a long time.
You worked in a Michelin star restaurant as well.
Yes, I did. I was trained in one, and I worked in them, and I did the 5-star scene in New York and San Francisco, and then I moved to London, where I opened up a restaurant for an architectural firm, and I got to design it and come up with the theme and everything. So that was also an amazing creative process. So it's kind of, then we moved here when Slovenia joined the EU. We bought a farmhouse in Prekmurje, and so we renovated that, and we did that piece. And then we decided to move here permanently, so we bought and renovated a flat in Ljubljana. And my husband started the real estate company that we have here, focusing mainly on foreigners who come and invest here. And so then my kind of job came up from helping them start to renovate and then actually turning it into a whole business where I work with architects and we have project managers and construction teams, and I work closely with my clients and kind of sit down a lot and have a lot of Skype calls and talk about what they need, their needs. So each project is like bespokely made for the client's need, what we need to get out of the property. Is it a business? Is it personal? As far as the investment as well.
So do you ever cook for Mr. Konstantin?
I do, and he would like it if I came over more, I'm sure. But Ljubljana to Bohin is quite a distance to travel to cook some risotto for him, which is his favorite dish.
Jade, thank you very much for this conversation.
Welcome. Yeah, it's been great.